guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Restorations and Repairs. Check this thing out. This has got to be the smallest welder you'll ever see. This little teeny box here contains a stick welder. This is going to be a present for a friend for Christmas, and we're going to go ahead and open her up, check it out, and we'll get some, hopefully it comes, I don't know if I have any sticks left. Go ahead and take it out of the box here and check it out anyway and see what we got. All right, we'll put that out here. And when I get all this stuff out, we'll go ahead and get it closer to the table. And oh my gosh, this thing is tiny. Wow. Does look like it comes with a welding rod, so we're in business. All right, let's get the camera closer and let's take a look at this thing. I don't know, man, like you don't often hear the word cute and welder wrapped into one sentence, but here you go. I think this thing's kind of cute. Besides that, my hand is almost bigger. Technology for these things has really come a long way. Cord, you got about a 3-foot cord here, good heavy duty cord. On the back, on off switch, plus a fan. On this side, we got some warnings, dangerous attention and all that. And then on the front, that's where the money's at. And it actually does have a digital display. We have max and min current settings, so you can adjust for the thickness you want. Overheat, so if it needs to cool down, I'm sure it has a duty cycle on it, being as small as it is. This is what cracked me up. This is a, I mean, I think it's supposed to be, yeah, their screen is in here. This is a welding mask if you assemble this. So it's a, you know, basic, but you could hold it. You got a little handle here so you can hold that thing. And that's how you weld. Now there is glass, so there is a you know, smoked plate or whatever you call this, like that UV protected plate. If I can get it out of there, there you go. So I give them credit, like that's, is it cheap? Yeah. Does it work? Yeah. Right? So I have my own little well-to-do welding mask if I don't have that equipment. And for people on a budget, that's very likely to be the case. So now they have a way of doing that. I'm not going to put this thing together. It's just going to drive me crazy pushing it all. But you get the idea there. That is a cool feature. And I don't think I can think of any other welder I've looked at or reviewed that comes with that. So that's really neat to me that they took the time to include that. Also comes with one welding rod, get you started. And that's the one we're going to use. Cable-wise, we have the one for our little, right, our electrode here fits in there, and there's a little dimple there for it. All right, that goes in one side, and then we have our ground on the other side here. So let me pause the camera. We'll get this thing hooked up. I'm just going to run a stick over an old rotor I have laying out here just to show, you know, that it works or how it works. We'll play with the current a little bit, see what kind of sticking we can get. But yeah, I mean, this thing is very inexpensive. Oh, it also comes with a little wire, you know, slag brush and a wire brush on there. So you got a slag hammer in that. So they really try to pack it all into a very basic kit. So who would buy something like this? Like, if you're asking me, like, this is perfect for someone who just needs it for one project or needs it, you know, hey, like I do small engines and lawnmower repair for fixing a deck. If you had a deck that had a crack in it, this is all you need. You know, like you don't have to have a professional welding setup. You could make that one patch and you don't have to buy a mask. And you don't have to buy a whole lot of anything. You know, you go out and when you burn through your one welding rod here, just buy some more of that. But that's about all you'd need. So I like it, but let's see how well it works, huh? Let's do it. All right, so we have this thing plugged in, as you can see, and I mean it's a little loud. The fan's really running. I have it about 50%, and if we look down here, I've got an old brake rotor. And so I'm going to put, not the mask that came with it, but I'm going to put my welding mask on, and we'll make a few passes and see how well we can get that stick to hold. Let's do it. so. Yeah, okay. All right, so let's take a look at it. Obviously, had a little rough start. Ended up turning the amperage up to almost full. This one, not great penetration along there, no doubt, but that was me. And this one here, also not great penetration. But once I figured out the speed at which I needed to go, we start seeing that it's actually capable of doing some pretty good work there. That got some good penetration. In fact, I actually burned through the rotor, which means it's got plenty of juice. Now, rotors aren't exactly the best material to be welding on anyway, but for demonstrational purposes, the welder works pretty darn good for what it is. I would definitely say get some scrap steel if you're going to buy something like this, a pack of welding rods, and practice to make sure that you're up to speed on what this one requires, what this one likes to see. But yeah, I'll leave a link to where you can pick one of these things up. It's a good little Christmas present or birthday present. Doesn't break the bank at all. And just gets the job done if you want to have just that one or two projects, you know. Till next time, my friends, take care.